Hey lovelies, thanks for stopping by my channel today. We are going to be doing a quick little favorites video, and I'm actually doing this monthly favorites before the month is done. Today is the 26th, so I am ahead of the game. I can't believe that. Usually it's like the middle of the month, and I'm like, oh, I should have done a favorites video last month, but here I am. We're gonna go through a few of the products that I've been loving, a couple that I haven't so much, and just chat about what I've been using. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Kelly, and I'm a professional hair and makeup artist, and here on my channel, I strive to keep beauty real, real honest, real relatable, and real fun. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, don't forget to click subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. So if you're ready to hear about all the things I've been loving in the month of April, let's get into it. All right, so we are going to start out with the one that everybody probably knows is going to be on my list, and that is the Glam Shop eyeshadows. If you have been here on my channel before, you will know that I have quickly fallen in love with this Polish eyeshadow brand. I will pop up here. Woo, we got a little shininess going on, but I can show you, this is some of my shades. I do have all of my marble shades and the couple palettes that I've gotten tucked away, but these are so, so wonderful. If you haven't been to my channel before and you are missing out on Glam Shop, I'm gonna swatch a couple of these for you. Now, like I said, this is an eyeshadow company based in Poland, and they have quickly become the hot ticket item on the indie makeup scene. So I've turned down my light just so you can see some of the beautiful magic of these shadows. They are so beautiful, just so opulent. I have to say the Turbo Glow is probably my favorite formula of all of these. I have tried the marbles, which are gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, while the marble shades are incredibly, like, just almost like glossy and laminated on the lids, they look so beautiful, but they are maybe not the most user-friendly for beginners. They are beautiful, but the Turbo Glows, you get a little bit of everything. You get the high impact sparkle, beautiful shine, and I really enjoy them. They do also have their holographic glitters. If you want to know more, I have done 2 live Glam Shop swatch parties, so I will make sure to link them up above. They will also be down below so that you can check those out. But I really am enjoying both the single shadows and, in all honesty, the palettes as well. I picked up 2 in my last haul, and I have been blown away by the quality of them, so I can definitely see more Glam Shop in my future. But along with that, what I have been enjoying using on my eyes and also on the rest of my face, which again is probably not going to be a surprise, is the Danessa Myricks Color Fix. Now, these are a multi-purpose cream color. It comes in several different finishes, the most wide variety of candy-coated colors and beautiful neutrals that you could ever want, in all honesty. Now, Danessa Myricks is newer to Sephora, but she does also have her own site. She's also available on Camera Ready Cosmetics and Beautylish. So if you want to check some of these out, you can give a follow. I have also done 2 lives now using these. My original haul I did with my LYS products, and then the last one I did was a full face using Color Fix and then testing its waterproofness by squirting my face down with water. So if you want to check that one out, again, that will be linked above. I just pulled out a few of the shades that I've really been enjoying. So this is the last one that I used, and I think I posted a look using this up on Instagram. So this is the shade Rustic. It's this beautiful, like, you know, kind of like rusty, yummy, warm, toasty shade. It's funny because I think that all of these shades could be really used in fall as well, but you know, this is just the vibe I've been going for. So then, of course, Primary Yellow. This was one of the first like fun shades, if you guys can see by my nails. I love a good yellow. And then I have Carrot Top, and Carrot Top is a matte shade. And then we have one of the foil shade, which is Alien. And you guys, the shift on this is incredible. So I've really been enjoying playing with these. I also love using these as an eyeshadow base. The other day I used Olive You, which is an olive shade, and then threw a multi-chrome shade over the top of that. And I find that a lot of times multi-chromes have that more like buttery base from a lot of the binder that's in it. So sometimes they can crease a little bit quicker, but since these are a waterproof color, laying that down I find just really helps with the longevity of those shadows. So you could lay this down even if then you wanted to go over with a glitter glue, because the glitter glue will not break through that pigment like it would, let's say, a powder eyeshadow. Like if I put down a powder shadow, partially, you know, to get some pigment on my lids, but also to try to like use as a base. Then when you go over that with glitter glue, sometimes the glue like picks up the pigment underneath. So if you have a more sheer eyeshadow that you're putting on, like a topper shade, it's sort of hard because sometimes that underneath shade goes away, but not with these. They will last all day. Trust me, I have recommended them to many a friend and everyone has been enjoying them so far, as I know. So also I have to say, I think that these are all $18 and like, this is a lot of product. Usually I just use the tiniest pinprick amount. And I remember the day that I used this rustic shade, actually, it's funny because it was the day that I went to go do my nails, and I just used one dot on my hand and then blended it out on both of my eyes. And that morning before I left the house, I washed my hands twice. And then I got to work. As a professional hairdresser, I'm obviously like washing my hands a lot, shampooing a lot. And when I went to go get my nails done in the afternoon, I still had that like little bit of this rustic shade on there. And I had tried to like wipe it. And so it almost looked, I hate to say it, but it almost looked like a sore on my hand. And I had to tell my nail girl like, oh, don't worry, this is just makeup. It's just makeup. I can't get it off, because really I think the best thing to get these off is like an oil-based makeup remover. And I'll get into something that I enjoy using in a little bit. So Danessa Myricks Color Fix. I really have not tried a Danessa Myricks product that I haven't gotten along with, but these are definitely my favorites so far, so try one out if you haven't. I feel like I'm talking 90 miles a minute, so I apologize. I'm gonna try to like slow my roll a little bit. I've had a lot of caffeine today. I had to get up at like 5 a.m. I had a class early this morning, had some things I had to get done before that. So it's been a long day. It's like 9:30 at night right now. Also, since I did my makeup at like 6:30 this morning and really didn't touch it up. I did put more of my lip gloss on. I didn't even bother putting the lip liner back on, but I don't think this is looking too bad for like 12 and a half hours. I could probably use some eye drops. Maybe I will do that so that you guys won't be scared by my red eyes, but this makeup is holding up pretty well. If you want to see how I got this look, by the way, I did post a picture with all the details on Instagram. If you're not following me, you should be at KEEPBEAUTYREAL. All right, moving on. I'm just kind of hopping around here, by the way. There is no rhyme or reason to this. Welcome to my channel. I just wanted to grab this one. So this is a product that when I reviewed it on my channel, I wouldn't say that I gave it glowing reviews. It wasn't negative reviews, but it wasn't glowing reviews. But the thing is I find that I'm reaching for it quite often. And I don't know if it's because I have several shades, so I always have a shade that matches me, or if I'm just truly enjoying the formula, and that is the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. So I did a live try on doing side by side with the original Shape Tape, and then I also did a full review on this, showing you guys a wear test. I like this. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite under eye concealer, but it really does work well over breakouts, any like pigmentation on your face. In my full review video, it's actually the only product I use as like a base product, so you guys can go ahead and check that out if you'd like. But there's just something about this that has been easy to use. And like I said, I do have it in 3 shades now because I was trying to get like the perfect match, and I bought it the day it was on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty, and they didn't have my perfect shade in the store, so I just grabbed a couple that I thought I could make work by mixing them together, and it's just been nice. This is, I don't know, it's not too high coverage, but it still gives me a good amount. It's easy to blend in. I don't have any complaints. I will say it's not like the most hydrating of concealers. Like, it's way better than the original Shape Tape, but it's still not like what I feel is like most flattering under my eye. So I feel like as the weather here in Wisconsin gets more humid in the summer, I'm probably going to enjoy this even more. So I've really been liking this one, and I would say the Oma Beauty Woke Concealer, which is like, as of right now, that would probably be my #1 concealer. That's what I've really been grabbing for a lot of the days. And I really only have this concealer to talk about. I don't have a foundation. You guys, if you have been here on my channel, you'll know some of my favorite foundations. I did talk about a few in my Sephora recommendations video if you want to check that out. But I haven't been wearing a lot of foundation still because I don't like wearing a bunch of makeup underneath a mask when I'm going to the salon. So more often than not, I wear concealer and I do my eye makeup, do my brows, and I'm good to go for the day. So this has really been the thing that I've been grabbing, and I wanted to give you guys a little update. All right, why don't we hop into one of my fails? This is a product that I've worn it a few times, and I can't say that I'm breaking up with this product, but I'm definitely not going to get married to this product. This is the Say Glowy Super Gel, and this is in the shade Star Glow. So this product is just, it's just weird. I still don't know what to think of it. I'm going to pump a little bit out on the back of my hand. So this is a very like watery consistency. It really does blur into like, to almost nothing. It gives a little bit of a sheen, but it doesn't really do much as far as a highlighter. And I don't necessarily need something that gives me like super, super high gloss. But I want something maybe a little bit more than this. And even on days where I just want that like wet look, I'm going to reach for something else just because I did feel when I put this on and when I did the video where I applied it, it was one of my like spring look videos. I felt like it removed some of the product underneath of it because it's so wet that I feel like it pulled up some of what was underneath. Also, the smell. The smell. I said in the video that the smell of this reminds me of airplane bathrooms, and I'm still holding strong to that, but there's also something like weird plastic baby doll about this. It does not smell good. I might try this because it does have, it's not super sticky, but it does have like a little bit of a tack to it. I might try this as like a glowy primer. I might give that a go one day, maybe in like a makeup play date video or something. I might give that a go just to see how I like this, but I don't know if using this all over my face, if that smell would get to me. So I got this as a free perk, like from using a code, I think it was, on the Sephora site. I'm very glad that I didn't pay for this. I don't know if minis come in this, but I'm glad I didn't pay for this guy. I find it a little bit disappointing. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna try it as a primer once just to see, but after that, if we're still not friends, I'm gonna pass this along to someone else to try. So this next product is actually the one that I'm wearing right now, and this is the Lip Injection Lip Gloss from Too Faced. So this is, I would say, probably still my favorite color. Again, I got this as a gift from a friend, but since I got this lip gloss, I have now purchased 2 other shades, and I also got one of the Lip Injection Extreme shades to try out. I really like these glosses. They do give you a bit of plumping, so I do feel like it makes my lips look a little bit fuller. Again, right now, because my lip liner like totally wore off, I just whacked a little bit of this on so you guys could see it, but I can put a little bit more on. At first, it does definitely have a good tingle to it, but it settles down to like that really like cooling feeling. Speaking of glosses, not just this one, but I have really been enjoying Samantha March's Gloss Trio with Ofra. This is from her collab. I believe this was the Belongs To collection, and this was the Sam Squad Lip Gloss Trio. So this is the shade Peony, and I did do a live using this entire set. So I did lip swatches of the shades. You have Peony and Queen, which is more of like a really pretty like golden amber shade. So if you guys can see that here, it might be hard to see since I have that like highlight on, but Peony is just a really nice sheer pink, and then Queen is that like sheer ambery like bronzy tone, and then Millie is the original gloss that Sam came out with in her original collab, and that's more of that pearly shade. So I did not actually swatch the Millie shade. That's the only one that you guys don't get to see, just because I knew that that like pearlescent shade isn't really my jam. I actually gifted that. I did a little surprise giveaway in my live, so that one is going to be passed along. But man, the formula of these is really nice. It's a really soft, buttery formula. It feels really hydrating on the lips. It's just thick enough that I feel like it gives you that like really flattering look to the lips, like it fills in the lines a little bit, but it's not so thick that it just feels like gelatinous on your lips. But I do feel like it lasts a pretty decent time for a lip gloss. It's not super sticky, so I've really been liking them. So when I watched Kendall Elizabeth here on YouTube, I saw her do her review, and she said she didn't smell anything from these glosses, but I actually get like coconut cake, like coconut sponge cake or coconut vanilla cake, something like that. It's very, very light. I really like it. I love these glosses. You guys know I'm trying not to be biased because I do love Samantha March, but I do love these glosses. Truly, if they came out from someone else, I knew that I liked the Ofra lip gloss formula because I had the Rodeo Drive, but when I saw that Sam was launching this trio, I was like, yep, gotta have it, and glad I got it. So another one that I've really been enjoying, and this is a product that I've heard like a lot of people on the fence about. This is the NARS Climax Extreme Mascara, and I got this. Did I? Yeah, I think this was another one of those like code perks. I don't think I actually spent points on it because it's not very often that I will use 100 points for a mascara. You guys, that's like the equivalent of $100, right? So not happening. No mascara is worth $100. I don't care what anybody says. So I usually wait to have like codes for like free little gifts. So when I got this one, I was like, okay, I think I'm either gonna really like this or I'm really gonna hate it, because that's really how it went with this. And honestly, I do really, really like it. I think that it is a great volumizing mascara. It gives you a little bit of length, but it's mostly going to volumize your lashes. The only thing is that while I think it's very long wearing, it is not overly waterproof, and it doesn't claim to be a waterproof mascara, but I don't really wear this one on my lower lash line, especially given one of the skincare products I'm going to talk to you guys about in a little bit. But I find that if I'm wearing anything that's very emollient, my lower lash line will like smudge a little bit. So I will only wear this one on the top lashes if I'm doing something. So usually I will just wear this one on my top lashes, but I do really like it. It's not what I'm wearing today, but I have really enjoyed this one. And if I went through my other 100 mascaras that I have down here, I could see possibly repurchasing this one. Okay, let's talk a little bit about tools. This is my Katie Jane Hughes brush set. Well, this is part of my Katie Jane Hughes brush set. This is her collab with Spectrum brushes. A lot of them are in my dirty pile. Some of these probably need to go into my dirty pile. I am so glad that I got this set. I'm going to be doing a full review on this set, but I just wanted to let you guys know I am really enjoying it. If you guys are interested, I will give you a thorough review of which brushes I love, which brushes I don't so much. I know that Katie has talked about launching smaller kits. I'm assuming that there's going to be maybe a face kit and an eye kit. That would be what I would anticipate, but I definitely truly enjoy these. They have been very, very nice, very soft for synthetic brushes. I think that the softness of these probably ties with my BK Beauty. And it's sort of hard to tell because my BK Beauty ones have been used a lot more. So like right now, I would actually say that maybe the Spectrum ones are just a tinge softer, but that could just be, you know, because I love BK Beauty brushes and I have used these and used these and used these. And so, you know, they're a little bit more worn, but I do really like them. So Katie Jane Hughes Spectrum brush set. Yes, I am really enjoying these. I think that they're beautiful and very functional. So I will be giving you guys a review very soon. Let's get into some skincare. This is my other fail for the month. And this is a little sample size. I think this is actually from last year's birthday gift from Sephora. This is the, I'm assuming it's Best, not Bestie, number 9 Jelly Cleanser from Drunk Elephant. So, you know when you have a product that you're just like gung-ho about using all the way and you just almost start overusing it, like you start using too much of it just so you go through it quicker? I think that's what I felt about this cleanser. There is nothing memorable about this cleanser, and I don't even know the full price of this. Let me go look and see what this is on Sephora. Yeah, okay, so a 5-ounce bottle is 32 bucks. 32 bucks, so this little Clinique foundation here is 1 ounce. So 5 of these for 32 bucks. You guys know, usually with cleansers, that is gonna be where I try to find something very economical, yet, you know, really good. And then I wanna spend all of my money on actives and serums, which Drunk Elephant has a few that I really like. But this cleanser, there's nothing to write home about this. Save your $32. I am glad that I am done with this. This is going into my empties, which by the way, I'm gonna be doing an empties video soon, so you'll see this one again. But yeah, I'm glad I used this up. I have moved on to greener pastures. I have moved on to cleansers that actually make me feel like my skin gets cleaner. That is the thing about this. It isn't stripping at all. It doesn't really dissolve makeup. And I understand that most of the time we need a makeup remover, but there are just those times where you want something quick and you want it to do most of the job. And this is not gonna be it. So I could see using this in the morning. If you have one of these somewhere, if you got this in your birthday gift and you haven't used it yet, bust it out in the morning, maybe bust it out after a workout when you're not wearing any makeup and you're like going to get ready for the day, and you just want something like really gentle to like cleanse. This might be okay, but don't spend your money on it, please. So I think in the intro of this video, I said that we're gonna have a quick little favorites video. Is this going to be a quick video? I don't think so. I feel like I'm already like kind of like going off on a tangent and like rambling. So sorry, but you know, especially when I'm talking about fails, especially when I'm talking about very expensive fails that didn't do the job, that's when you're gonna get my rambling. So let's move on from that into some things that I've really been loving. This is not a new product to me, but I've really been appreciating it lately. This is the One Size Go Off Makeup Dissolving Mist. And this is, of course, from Patrick Starr's brand. And I've really been finding that this works so well to get off waterproof makeup. This is the product that I've been using to get off my Danessa Myricks Color Fix. It's what I use to get off the Twin Flames waterproof mascara. This works really well for that as well. I will say, I wish that this didn't come in a spray. Like, there are things that are kind of convenient about that because I can just like go across my eye area if I don't need to get my whole face, because that's honestly really what I usually do. I usually like give myself like a little like superhero mask of this product and then just like emulsify that through my eye area and then just, you know, work the rest of it through my skin, and it really seems to do the job. My hair, I'm just always so worried I'm gonna get some in my hair. I'm also wondering, like, is this all over my countertop? Is it all over my floor? And the scent of it. Like, it could be like half as fragranced and I'd be okay with that. Like, there just wasn't a need for it. I do sort of see like Patrick Starr, his brand, like just being that like fragranced brand. I don't know. When I think of Patrick, I just think of like going big, right? Like going big with everything, and that is definitely what they did with the fragrance in this. So that is one thing that I don't love, but I have really been enjoying this. It's actually lasted me a really long time. I still feel, unless this can is like deceivingly heavy, I feel like I still have a lot of this, and I believe I got this when it launched. So I really truly, I don't even remember when this product launched, but I've still been using it. Not every day, obviously. I kind of like move around, try a few different other makeup removers, but this still is the one that I feel like has been getting the job done the most, and I do really like it. So if you aren't fragrance sensitive and you're looking for a product to get off your most waterproof of makeup, I would give this one a go. Okay, a couple more skincare items. One that is on a budget-friendly side and one that's a little bit more expensive. So this is the Good Molecules Pineapple Exfoliating Powder. And I got this in this year's Beautylish Lucky Bag. This is a brand that has been started by Beautylish, I believe. This is very similar to me to the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. So it's a powder-based, very gentle physical exfoliant. This obviously has fruit enzymes as well, which will be more of a chemical exfoliant. It has vitamin C. So what I have been using this for is to help me in the morning to get off some of the havoc that my retinol has wreaked on my face. And that's because recently I upped my percentage of retinol that I've been using, so my skin has definitely been going through that like really crispy dry phase. Also, I've been trying to deal with some of this like acne situation here, so that just means that this has all gotten really dry. So in the morning when I wake up, sometimes I have like that layer of dead skin that I just want to slough off. So this is very, very gentle. You guys know I'm not a huge proponent for physical exfoliants, but this is so gentle that I feel like it's like, honestly, I would say that this is just polishing the skin. This is definitely like no more rough than using a washcloth on your face. It's probably actually even more gentle. And I just find that it just makes me feel even a little bit more clean too. So I just really enjoy this one. It is so inexpensive. I mean, this bottle, you get 60 grams in here and it is $16. I have used this so many times and it is only down this far. So I've really been enjoying this one. It is definitely much less expensive than the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant. And I think that really, they truly do the same job. So I've really been enjoying this. Now moving on to the slightly more expensive item. This is the Biossance Squalane. Is it Squalane or Squalane? Somebody let me know if they know for sure. I probably should be looking that up. Squalane sounds way bougier, so let's go with Squalane. But that almost sounds like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Like it sounds like I'm trying to make it sound fancier. S word and vitamin C rose oil. So this says that it's a facial oil to visibly brighten and firm. So I got this to use as my vitamin C. I was recently using the Pharmacy Cherry Bright. I've also used the Drunk Elephant C Firma vitamin C as well. So I've been on this path for like the perfect vitamin C. Now this is $72 if I didn't already say that. So that is pretty pricey, but I do find that this product is sort of like a multitasker. It definitely gives you that brightening effect, but it is so hydrating as well. And that's something that I love about it, but can also be a con. So usually I put my vitamin C on during the day before anything else in my routine. And I find that this, because it's an oil base, I have to make sure to put all of my other serums on before this, because otherwise I feel like the oil blocks the absorption of things into my skin, if that makes sense. The other thing is I have a feeling going into summer that I'm not going to want to use this one, just because I think especially like in my T-zone, it's just going to be too much oil. And right now I'm really trying to work on brightening this area, and that also gets oily. So it's sort of like a catch-22. I did see that they recommend using this morning and night, so I might switch this to my night serum. I'm honestly not sure. So I did really like the C Firma Vitamin C. I did feel like I noticed a difference with that, but the texture of it, I just found it was tacky still sometimes, and I didn't love that. I especially think, you know, with being someone who hasn't really been wearing makeup, like face makeup, underneath my mask, I wouldn't have enjoyed that one because of the tack to it. It probably would have felt sticky underneath my mask. So then after that, I moved on to the pharmacy. I really love all of the pharmacy products, and I did like that vitamin C, the Cherry Bright, but I did find that sometimes there were products that it didn't really play well with as far as like getting pilling sometimes. This one I haven't had that happen with. So you do want to be careful when you're using an oil product with anything else that you go over the top of, just so they play well together, but I really haven't had any problem with this. I like that it's a shelf-stable vitamin C serum, and I've been enjoying it, and it smells so nice. It just has that luxurious smell to it. So again, I could see moving this into my nighttime routine. If you saw my Sephora recommendations or my Sephora haul, you'll see that I got the Paula's Choice C15 Super Boost, something like that, but it's their vitamin C and ferulic acid combo. So I think that's going to be what I try next. So this is probably going to go on my nighttime shelf for a little while, but if you were looking for a good multitasker, a brightening oil, I would definitely give this one a go. If you are combination to oily, you're definitely going to want to use this one at night. But if you are looking for that extra dose of hydration, this is probably going to be really good for you during the day. Like I said, because it is more of an oil-based serum, and you know, because they do say you don't want to get this close to your eyes, I have been trying to keep this away from my eyelid, but I'm such a Neanderthal sometimes when it comes to things, or I am just like distracted. So sometimes I found that I was just like putting this everywhere. I haven't gotten any irritation from putting it all over, like onto my lids, but I do find that the longevity of my eyeshadow tends to be bumped back a little bit. I find that I get a little bit of creasing because, hello, I just put on oil on my eyelids, like duh. So that is one thing, again, a little bit of a con. You have to be careful of where you put it. I feel like this maybe sounds like it's not a favorite, but it really is a favorite. It does just come with a few like pros and cons, and you know, times where you would use it versus others, which is basically every single skincare item out there, right? But man, the scent of this, you guys, like, oh, so good. I think, oh, it just smells so good. It really smells more like true rose, like not like that fake rose scent. I think I've mentioned before that since dating Jeremy, I have really gotten more into rose scents, like true rose scent, not like artificial, like cheap rose, but just like that really nice, beautiful, fresh floral. I really do enjoy this oil, which will bring me into my next product, which is a fragrance. And this is one that I did not talk about in my spring, summer favorite fragrances because I hadn't used it enough. But after Jeremy's reaction to it, I really did want to put it in, but I had already filmed the video, so it would have been like this little like clip into it. And since I hadn't used it enough, I thought that was kind of cheating. But this is Rose from Ellis Brooklyn. I had 2 fragrances from Ellis Brooklyn in my last Sephora favorites. Is that right? I definitely like me some Ellis Brooklyn, but this is Rose with 2 R's, R-R-O-S-E. So Rose. And this is, it's a rose scent, but there is something else to it. So I wish I could remember how Jeremy described it. He said like from a distance, I think I got this right. I think he said from a distance, it smells definitely that like fresh rose scent, but when it sits on the skin and once you like kind of like nuzzle up closer to someone, it has a warmer, like spicy note to it. I'm gonna pull up the notes so we can talk about this. You guys know how I am. Like I gotta deep dive into some fragrance. So on the Ellis Brooklyn website, this says that Petals of Centifolia roses sparkle with peony and Sicilian lemon, all above a seductive base of spring musks and cashmere woods. So that is definitely where that like rich spiciness is coming from. So it says that the top notes are Sicilian lemon, cassis, and pear. Yeah, you definitely get that like citrus note at the beginning, which I think is what gives it that like freshness to this floral. And then the mid notes are lotus blossom, peony, and centifolia rose petals. The dry down is cashmere woods, spring musks, and vanilla orchid. So, I mean, to me, that is like the evolution of a scent. You get like fresh citrus and fruitiness at the front, and then you get to work more into like the complex florals, and then deep down you get the muskiness and the richness. So, oh, it's so good. If you like rose scents, you need to do yourself a favor and pick this one up. I will say, I don't think that the Ellis Brooklyn fragrances are the longest lasting fragrances, but they're just so unique and they smell so lovely. So I definitely have no problem like keeping something like this nearby if I need to, you know, touch up before I'm going out for the evening when that happens. But I think I could get through most of a day wearing this, and oh, it's just so nice. So again, if you're a rose fan, I would definitely check this out. It is available at Sephora. I know that Ellis Brooklyn is now available at Ulta as well, but I'm not sure if this is one of the scents that they're carrying, and of course on the Ellis Brooklyn website. Okay. There we go. We did it. I'm going to be curious when I edit this to see just how long this favorites video was. If you got through the whole thing, you're a trooper. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed getting to see my favorites for the month. Let me know what your favorites were. Let me know if you've tried any of these. I am trying in my favorites videos to really only use products that I have had for the entire month, or at least most of the month. So I definitely know that there will be some fun additions in May to our favorites, because I've definitely had a couple things that I've been playing with, but I wanted to know that they're truly going to be a favorite for a month. So these are the ones that stood the test of time this month and I've had around long enough. Make sure if you do want to see next month's favorites to subscribe. If you did like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up on your way out, and I will see you really soon.